Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, afternoon, or in the evening, I am glad you're here. First thing I want to do real quick is thank all the channel members. Thank you guys. I appreciate you more than you know. And then I'll invite any newcomers or people who haven't had a chance yet to hit that subscribe button down below and that bell notification icon next to it. That way you'll be notified when I release new content, but more importantly, it'll really help me out, help my videos be seen by other people. So what I was going to do, my overview review on today is a knife that I was really excited to get because I did check out the prototype of this. And this is the Jason Grant Tripper. So this is what I consider the gripper's angry little cousin. So this is a Tanto, very nice Tanto with a compound grind. Very acute tip. Nice hollow grind blade here. Super sharp up here on the front. I love this stone wash. This finish is actually called acid etched gray. But to me, it looks really nice. This knife's also available in this matte black, this apocalyptic black that just looks dynamite. But I wanted to get the acid etched gray to kind of contrast my gripper. And the first thing you guys will probably notice is this is a much smaller knife than the Grant gripper. I've still got the choke up point. I've still got all of the nice deployment methods, whether I want to hit the rear flick here. Let me get it where I don't, you can see it on the screen. Front flip it, middle finger flick it, which is my favorite. You could even thumb flick it if that was your thing, but I'm not a big thumb flicker. But the Grant Tripper is super cool in my opinion. So it was manufactured by Bestech. It is, like I say, multiple deployment methods. The hole is a little bit different than what you've seen in the past on the gripper. And what Jason has done is he has made his opening in the blade coffin shaped. So you've got a little bit of milled inside of there, and it is a coffin shaped uh, finger hole, kind of like on his J cows. He does the weight relief with the coffin. If you've seen any of his other, some of his different art and stuff, he does the coffin's kind of one of his things, and I thought it was really cool that he integrated it into the knife. And then the knife, whether you go with the acid etched gray or the black, is totally sterile. All you have on the clip is the Grant G. I don't even know if you guys can see it there. Let's see if I can get it where it'll show up. There you go. The Grant G is the only marking on this knife at all. Let's grab a piece of very light paper from our friends at Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and we will see that the blade is very sharp. That was cutter air there, guys. Look at the front part of the blade. Very sharp. And if you want to look at the pokiness, it's very pokey. Super cool knife. I've been using this thing pretty much constantly. It hasn't left my pocket. It's not a deep carry clip. It is about this much of the knife exposes, just like on the gripper. I really like that because it makes it really easy to get the knife. I don't know if you can see these little thumb etchings. This knife is very drop shutty. Thank God I'm horizontal because when I go like that, it's gotten my finger twice right there. And those were when I first got the knife because it has a very early release. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's definitely a finger dropper. But I like it like that. The front flip, you guys know I'm not a big front flipper guy, but the front flip on this knife is very easy to use. Whoops. Again, the finger deployment, if you like the regular flipper, is not my favorite method. My favorite method is just to get my finger into that little coffin etched hole, and I mean the blade literally flies out. Listen. I don't know if you could hear that suck the blade back down, but what it basically does is that detent is very, very tuned. Again, I think this knife was designed for the reverse finger flick. Other people might prefer the traditional flick or the front flick, but you've got options, right? And in a really cool, smaller package. What I was going to do is do some size comparisons, and then I want to show you guys how this thing lines up with the original gripper. It's kind of why I call it its angry little cousin. But let's look at this next to the Benchmade bug out. It is just a sconce shorter than the Benchmade bug out. So let's look at the Benchmade mini bug out. And you'll see that the tripper's about ½ inch bigger than the mini and about a ½ inch smaller than the bug out. So if we break out our JuhVon promotional tape measure, we'll see that this knife comes in at 7 inches with a 3-inch blade and a 4-inch handle. Now, if I measure up to that front choil where I put my finger, it is right under 4¼ inches. So from right here to right here is 4¼ I've had a lot of people tell me that the knife looked really, really small, and I've compared it in size to like the Nimble. Let me grab that guy. And I'll show you kind of what. So this is my OG Nimble. You can see that it's much narrower, slimmer, not as tall, but it's about the same length. I just point that out because, like I said, it was I think it has because of this really wicked pronounced blade. I think the knife looks to a lot of people when they see it for the first time much smaller because the gripper was, in my opinion, and is a large knife. It's a fantastic knife, but it's a large knife. So let's do a couple of quick. You can tell on this spine here, you've got this nice jimping, got this nice landing area for your finger right here if you like that flick or the traditional flip. And then you've got this nice swedge, comes down to a really, really sharp and slicey point. But the blade stock, 0.1385 behind the edge, right above the sharpening choil, or where I sharpen is 0.17 up front. Whoops. 0.185. And guys, I don't know if I said, this is stonewashed S35VN and titanium. And guys, this knife is $250. It's available right now at Brass Brigade's website. I will link the website, and I'll also link Jason's Instagram. You might want to DM him and ask him if he's got any trippers left and tell him JuhVon sent you. For those of you who watched the video, it might save you some cash. So I would definitely DM Jason, let him know JuhVon sent you, and see if he has any trippers left if you're interested in the tripper. But this is the Wharncliffe Grant gripper, the full-size gripper. So that shows you the handles are almost the inverse of each other when you look at them. The front part where you've got kind of the faux bolster is almost identical in the pattern. And then I love the fact that this is diagonal frag, where this was vertical and horizontal frag. You've got the same G on the clip. Again, a very sterile knife, both of them. Otherwise, the gripper did have a thicker blade stock. Knives are right around the same thickness. Oops. And that is the tripper next to the gripper closed. And then when you open these guys up, that's where I think it's just an angry, because it's little, but when you open it up, little, it's smaller, but when you open it up, it's just got that wicked, wicked blade. Great handle. I think the ergos are fantastic for my medium to large size hand. I really like it. Fits my hand great. Think it looks great with the gripper. I'm glad I added it to my collection. Stoked that you guys came to let me show it off to you. I know one thing we could do. We could weigh it because we haven't done that yet. Real quickly, we'll weigh it and we will learn that it is 3.1 ounce. So right around 3 ounces. Got a 3-inch blade. That kind of works into that mystical size that tells you that your knife weighs this right amount. I like heavy knives, but in either case, 3.10 ounces. Guys, this is the Grant Tripper. I think these are still available. Again, T8 hardware all the way around. Very simple construction, very nice construction, very economical. If you're interested in this, again, DM Jason. There'll be a link down here to his Instagram. Just send him a direct message. Let him know, put Tripper in the line and let him know that you're interested in one color or the other if you are, and that JuhVon sent you, and ask him how much it'll be. But they're $250 on the website. Guys, I appreciate you more than you know. Channel members, I appreciate you more than you know. Guys, if all of you would please just look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.